Prime, zoom. What's the difference? Prime lenses, they're fixed focal length. Your feet will be your zoom. The pros is that you do get a sharper image, wide apertures like out into the 1.4s, 1.2s, and I think I've even seen 0.8, but those are like very, very rare. Primes help out a lot in low light situations. They're usually smaller than most zoom lenses and they're a lot lighter. The downside is that you can't zoom. Simple as that. You have to be at that focal length. If you have a 50mm or a 35, you will have to walk either forward or away from your subject and compose your shot. And that means getting into some really awkward distances. If you're shooting with an 85, you're gonna really want to take a couple of steps back. Just plan ahead when you're using primes, right? The one, oh, what just died? That just, great. Fuck. Right, anyways. Pro tip, always charge your equipment before you start to shoot a video. Now, a zoom lens, they're amazing. You have variable focal length. You can zoom in, zoom out. You see things from like 24 to 70, 70 to 100. You can zoom it in. You can use these a lot of the times for very versatile shoots. One lens can cover a wide range. Great for events, travel, and a lot of unpredictable situations. The only downside to it is that it is usually a heavier lens. It's more expensive and not as sharp or bright, meaning it doesn't have low apertures, right? Unless you pay a lot of money, like we're talking about in the 2000s to 3.5 range. That's the difference between prime and zoom lenses. When to use each, that is a good question, you in the back. For prime lenses, they're best for portraits, low light, and cinematic looks. Blurry background, sharp images, that's what you mostly use prime lenses for. And then when we talk about zoom lenses, they are best at events, travel, and weddings. You know, when you're running around for a wedding especially, you cannot be constantly switching lenses because one minute you're shooting the bride down the aisle, the next second you're trying to take a photo of the groom's reaction. So you need to have a zoom lens, right? Usually a lot of photographers do two bodies. They'll have two cameras already set with two specific zoom lenses. Or prime, travel, same thing. You want to be able to zoom in, zoom out, get the details, get the landscapes. You don't always have time to move. That's why zoom lenses are pretty good. Overall, give them a try. You know, you can always go to places like B&H and rent some of these lenses out. Give them a try, see which ones you like, and let me know in the comments below what's your favorite lens, whether it's a zoom or a prime lens.